Om Shanti, good morning. So today we'll be reading Avyakt Murli of 30th January 1975. And in this particular Murli, Baba has spoken about how we can be Avyakt Farishta, Avyakt Angel. So let us hear Baba's versions as it is. The title of this Murli is Changing from Corporeal to Avyakt, that is subtle, in the speed of a second. It's a very short and very, very sweet Murli. What one deep desire or thought are all of you now sitting in? To invoke the Father and to celebrate a meeting of the Father with the children. Since you are able to invoke the Almighty Authority Father with love and determined thought, are you not able to invoke any particular power that you feel you yourself may be lacking or weak in? Since with the power of love, with the power of having claimed all rights, and with the power of a close relationship with him, you're able to make Baba become corporeal from Avyakt just through remembrance. In the same way, are you not able to invoke every power and make yourself Avyakt from corporeal? Since it is easy to bring the Father into the corporeal form from the Avyakt, why is it difficult to make yourself Avyakt? So Baba, by asking questions and helping us reflect, Baba has reminded us how powerful we are if we are able to invoke Baba, who is so very powerful, the highest authority, extremely powerful. With the love and determined thought, if we are able to invoke him, then Baba is also helping us realize that how powerful we are and what kind of powers we have in us. So are we using those powers completely? Wonderful, question to reflect on. The stories of the old days are very well known. As soon as you clap, everything or any person appears in front of you, or angels reveal themselves. This story of angels is very known. To whom do these stories refer? Who are the angels of knowledge and the angels who fly in the three worlds? You consider yourselves to be those, do you not? You have both the wings of knowledge and remembrance, do you not? You are able to reach the incorporeal world from the corporeal world in 1 second with the power of knowledge and remembrance. That is, with these wings, are you not? With the wings of knowledge and remembrance. Do you angels know how to clap so that whatever power you need, the moment you have the thought or invoke it, you become embodiments of that power? Have you become such angels whose memorial is remembered every cycle? The effort of the present time should be of 1 second. Baba said that it shouldn't be like a very long, but the time frame also Baba has mentioned. The effort of the present time should be of 1 second. Only then would it be said that the speed of the self and of time are the same. This is known as being fast or having the first stage. At the confluence age, you need all the powers under your control. You should have all powers as your weapons so that you're able to use them whenever you want. At this confluence age, Baba said, you need all the powers under your control. You should have all powers as your weapons so that you're able to use them whenever you want. Do you understand? Acha, Om Shanti. So this was the first Murli, very short and very sweet. And we'll take a few moments of silence to reflect on these questions, what Baba has asked us in today's Murli. And then we continue to the next Murli. We'll just take a few moments of silence. Shanti. So let us move to the next Murli. And this Murli is on the very next day, 1st February 1975. So that was 30th January, and this is of 1st February. And the title of this Murli is to the experience of God's company and the fire of love. Those who are close become equal. Just as you are physically close, in the same way, are you those who are seated on Bap Dada's heart throne by having deep love for him. Just as you are physically close, in the same way, are you close in your mind? Those who live abroad are physically far away and yet are constantly close in their minds and constant companions of Bap Dada. That is, they are constant companions of Bap Dada and experience his company at every moment. In the same way, do you constantly experience being a detached observer and fulfilling your responsibility of that relationship? Just as the Gopikas in bondage are constantly lost in remembrance of Baba and say, Baba, Baba, with their every breath and every thought. And just as those outside are desperate to celebrate a meeting, in the same way, are you constantly desperate to stay in remembrance at every moment, or do you maintain an ordinary awareness? You haven't just become content with the thoughts, I belong to Baba anyway, I'm close to Baba anyway, I have surrendered to Baba already and mine is one Baba alone. Have you? Do you experience fire in your love for Baba? Baba is asking some very beautiful questions to check, to reflect. Is it such a fire of deep love that you're able to burn your own past sanskars and nature, and also burn the sorrowful sanskars and the nature of others with that fire of deep love. Of course, you transform sanskars with knowledge or with love or connection, but that does take time. A sanskar that is just terminated can emerge again. However, it is now the time to burn them in the fire of that deep love, that no name or trace of those sanskars remain. Like once it is burned, it's all in ashes, right? So Baba wants us to burn those old sanskars which are of no use right now, and that too with the fire of deep love. What is the method for this liberation? What is the method or match with which you can create this fire of deep love? You ignite a fire with a match. Do you not? So, what is the match with which to light this fire? What is the one word? It is the determined thought that even if you die, you're definitely going to do this. I should do this. It should happen like this. I'm doing my best. It will happen anyway. Of course, I have attention and I even realize this. So this is what our, the flow of thought should be, or this is how we should be thinking. To think in this way is like using a match that has already been used. You make effort again and again, and you even take a lot of time, but the fire still doesn't become intense. The reason for this is that the seed of your thought is not filled with the strength of determination. That is, it is empty. Because of this, the reward you desire or whatever you expect of the future isn't fulfilled. Then as you move along, you have to make a lot of effort. And when you see very little success, you become disheartened and careless. This is when you say, I'm doing it, but I can't see any success. So what can I do if my part is like that? These are thoughts of disheartenment and carelessness that do not bear fruit. So what do you tell everyone is the speciality of the confluence age? You tell everyone that the confluence age is the age for making the impossible possible. This is the age for making possible what the entire world considers to be impossible. We all say that, new world is arriving, Satyuga is arriving, Sri Krishna is coming. So people must be, wondering like what these people talk about. Is it even practical? But we know that this is something, possible. We know the cycle. We know who is saying or, telling or imparting this knowledge. We know everything. But, how and what we all know and we all understand. But people think that it is something very impossible and we are just talking something out of the world. So a determined thought means to make possible in a second whatever you yourself found difficult or impossible. To make something that is easy or possible happen practically is not a big thing. But to make impossible possible with a determined thought is a sign of passing with honors. Now, bring about this newness. So we need to check that if my thoughts, if there is anything which is which we think that it is impossible. But with that determined thought, with Baba's deep love, check if, if that impossible things become possible. And we all have experienced it in our lives also. So Baba wants to see that newness. Then you will be given marks for this newness. Students look at their total results for the whole year to see what percentage they have attained in each subject. In the same way, you have to check your own results as to in which aspect you are in the ascending stage, and on the basis of what effort you had the ascending stage, or in which subject you were weak. Baba wants us to check three things. In which aspect you are in the ascending stage, on basis of what effort you had that ascending stage, or in which subject you were weak. Babdada constantly congratulates you because this is the greatest day in the world. Nature is your servant, thus, but do not become a servant of the servant. For the sign of becoming a servant is to experience sadness, that is, udas. It is when you become a servant of one sanskar or another, or nature, that you become sad. Acha, Om Shanti. Let us give a lot of love and remembrance to our beloved Baba and say good morning. Om Shanti. So these were like beautiful two short Murlis for the day. So can we move to the churning? If anyone would like to share. Okay. So Vejaji has shared, I have the power of deep love, power of all rights, power of close relationships. All this I can make. My Baba is corporeal, close in my vision, and I can also become Avyakt. The clap of the angel, I clap and I get the power. Yes, wonderful. Thank you for sharing, sister. Anyone else would like to share? So let us check if Bap Dada is my constant companion throughout the day as I'm doing each and every activity. In what way do I experience his presence? Let it be in the physical form, or let it be in my thoughts. How do I see him? How do I feel him? and check, am I in his company at every moment? This is what Baba wants. And another thing Baba wants us is, in the same way, do we constantly experience being a detached observer and fulfilling your responsibility of that relationship? So these two questions, which I really liked in the first Murli, which was very, very wonderful, and a very simple but very, very uh, deep observation about our own self, to check if my mind is wandering in several different directions, or is it focused, connected, attached, in deep love with Baba? Am I in Baba's company, and is Baba my companion? Anyone else would like to share anything from any of these two Murlis? Fire of love, the passion of love. I may be for Baba, but I'm close to you. I remember the song, Tum to kahi yahi Baba, mere aaspaas ho. And yes, I am desperately in love, Baba. Wonderful, beautiful. Like Baba said, you have to, practice this drill of 1 second from the corporeal to Avyakt. So I guess by listening to this Murli today, everyone is in that Avyakt stage where you don't want to come share, is it?
Yes, indeed, the first Murli, one very different point that Baba has brought in the Murli, where Baba speaks about getting in an Avyakt stage in a second's time. He says today about powers, that the way you come from Vyakt to Avyakt, the same way, do you experience the powers when you need it? Or is it so that when you need the power of tolerance, to get into the power of facing a situation? So that's a reflection that I'm taking on for myself is those powers that Baba has given it to us. Am I getting those powers at the time of need? Or when the situation is gone and then I reflect, oh, I should have had this kind of a power at that situation. So that's a point which is very different in that Murli, and that's the practice for me to take on. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much. Wonderful share.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
The first Murli, Baba said, you have both the wings of knowledge and remembrance. You are able to reach the incorporeal world in 1 second with power of knowledge and the power of remember. That is 2 wings. And also Baba said, your angels know how to clap. So that whatever power you need the moment you have the thought or invoke it, you become the embodiment of that power. That one
Mhm.
I got it. That another one is conclusion. Baba said, at the constant stage, you need all the powers under your control. You should have all the powers as your weapon, so that you are able to use them whenever. Okay.
Thank you so much. Gurjaben has also shared that I have a matchbox to lit the fire, but not one is lighting. At last found it. I am determined I shall light my heart with your love, Baba, my ocean of love. Anyone else would like to share? In the second Murli, towards the end, Baba said that nature is your servant, but do not become a servant of the servant. Like all my old sanskars, I have to take charge of those. And I shouldn't be under control of my body or any of my old sanskars, my old habits. So let us check very closely. Is there any sanskar which are very, very dominant? Do I have complete control of myself so that I am the master and I always become the master of my senses? And what are the experiences, like Baba said, making impossible possible? Like Baba said, you say and you tell everyone that the conference age is the age for making impossible possible. So what are the experiences that I have in my life where I've seen this or I've experienced it? It could be like some simple experiences to something which is of a miraculous experience. Like we hear brothers and sisters sharing their experience, how situations could have been worse, or maybe severe illness. Doctor said something that maybe you have so and so disease, or it needs to be operated. After they go through some checkups and again get back to doctor, doctor says, oh, what is this? And there is no trace of the disease. Something has disappeared. We have heard so many stories from so many brothers and sisters, some miraculous experiences, some things which were absolutely impossible, and it just became possible. A lot of faith and love, Baba, how Baba has helped us. So what are the experiences in my own life that I can relate it to this? If anyone would like to share any such experience. Today at Amritvale, I wore my subtle costume, went to the subtle region, and revealed my all to my surgeon. He gave me a powerful remembrance. Drishti, I felt beautiful. Very nice. And I also missed this point. The fire of love shall burn all the old sanskars, old vices. I'm standing in front of you, Baba. Hold my hand. The fire of passion of my love for the one is engulfing me. Wonderful. So let us sit back, relaxed and comfortable. And look at ourselves. Full of love. Deep love for Baba. How is my Brahman life? Each and every day. So different. So blessed. Look at the great fortune that we all have. How my life has become so beautiful. With the most powerful, highest on the high, who has become my companion, and how I am enjoying his company. How things have become so easy for me. All the battles, hardships, pain, everything has just vanished. How I see my life, full of comfort, ease, and blessing on every path. As I see, there's a lot of cooperation, support, and love I receive from everyone. Look at your role. On this world stage is so different, so unique, unmatched with any other soul. How Baba has made me special and beautiful. Look at the special qualities that you have as a blessing. Look at the most beautiful experiences that I have in my Brahman life. Something which I have never expected. Something that I've never imagined. See where and how has Baba placed me, protected me, healed me, and loved me. Now see how Baba has given me the wings to fly, of knowledge and remembrance, and have become so light, very pure, And in 1 second, I fly and reach that land of peace. Look at yourself in this beautiful world of silence, the incorporeal world. Spreading beautiful light of peace, love. And I'm very pure and simple. Experiencing this sweet silence. Now see myself getting closer to this beautiful star, who is so unique, so beautiful. I see myself embracing in this light. I see this light all around me, entering me. Full of love, peace, making me very, very light. Very close to Baba. And see this light entering my heart space. That bright light and entering my soul, making me light, going deeper, entering my heart space. I feel light. And have a heart-to-heart conversation with him. It is just me and my Baba. From there, I come back. In 1 second, filled with a lot of love, peace, and light. In my costume, to play my best role today. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Dattabai. Thank you, Divine Family. We meet tomorrow morning for a master class, which Dr. Saurabh Bhai shall be taking in tomorrow. And let's experience the Avyakt stage as the Swaman from today's Murli. Om Shanti.